How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another video where today we're going to be doing another top 10. Seeing as you guys really enjoyed the last one I did, I thought I'd do another one. Except today's top 10 is going to be on the 10 most fun explorers that I've been on over the years. But before we get started, just a quick note, we will be getting back to urban exploring, but I haven't had a chance to get out the last few weeks, therefore I haven't got any videos. Normal explorers will return soon, I just haven't had a chance to get out. Anyway, let's get straight into it with number 10. So number 10 is one that I personally didn't find very fun, but I'm sure that you guys watching the video found it hilarious. Because for those of you who have been watching the channel for a while will know that I'm actually afraid of heights. I'm a lot better now than I used to be with heights, but back in the day there was a few explorers where I deliberately pushed myself to go further than my comfort zone and wanted to try and get beyond that. And to be honest, it's kind of worked because nowadays I'm not as bad with heights as I used to be. So this particular one was an old water tower, which, if I give you a little bit of an update on this place, unfortunately since we went there, it has actually been burnt down. In fact, I do believe I have the last remaining footage of this location as it was, because it was very, very soon after we went this that someone literally burnt it down and the whole top's now gone. But the reason it was so fun, probably more for you guys than it was for me, is because of the fact that I got to the top, we're really high up, and Warren's taking the mickey out of me, the fact that I'm sat on the floor because I can't look out because I'm petrified.
The top of a big explorer, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I'm going to sit down now though. I'm not even. Yeah, I am. I'm not even.
Oh my god.
I'm not even joking.
Hang on. Look. Oh my god. Come on, Nathan. What's going on, mate? You sat down on the job, mate. It's not even that bad up here. Give your viewers a good view out the window. Look. Right, just to show you guys that why Nathan's having a bit of a panic attack at the moment. Just look how far you can see in the distance.
See, I'm all right here. Honestly, I am. I'm actually right.
Looking out.
I know, that is the problem, right? It's because I'm looking out.
See, this sort of stuff has never bothered me.
See, I'm good with underground. I don't get claustrophobic with fucking heights. Nope. So number 9. Number 9 is a very similar one to the last one. It's again to do with heights, except this time I didn't let them get the better of me. In fact, I actually went to this place twice, because the first time I failed miserably and didn't get past the very first level. The second time we went, I wanted to go back specifically because I wanted to make it to the top. And because of that, it is one of the most memorable places I've ever been, and also, looking back at it, kind of fun.
So as long as you tread on the edge of the stairs, that's where the main part is normally the safest, and hold on to the railing.
Oh right. God, this whole fucking thing is moving.
Yeah, can you shine the torch down so Colin can... As I say, Colin, it's more so Colin can see. If I move up a bit. So step on this bit in the corner, and then step across the other foot. That's it, and then come round.
The metal is fairly solid, mate, so...
It's starting to lose grip on my hands a little bit.
Yeah, it's getting wet.
All you're seeing is a fat test.
It's getting wet, isn't it? Right.
Oh, this is fucking horrible.
Have we got to walk that way?
Yeah, we've got to go that way.
Shit.
Because you've got to go up those stairs.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
You're going to hold down there, guys.
Oh, don't fuck off.
I'm not fucking serious. Don't look, Nathan, but I'm just saying to the guys that are looking. Right, look at that.
Jesus Christ. So we're going this way, yeah?
Is there a toilet up there?
No, you can just piss through the railings.
No, I don't need a piss, mate.
Oh, shit. So that over there, I don't know if you guys can see, is the very, very top, which I'm not going to. I can't do that, guys. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. But this, look how high. Look how high I actually am without going too close to the edge. Look how high I am. Number 8 is a type of explorers I think I've got a bit of a reputation for, to be fair. I don't think it's any secret at all that I do find these kind of explorers with adult themes kind of fun. And the reason for that isn't because I'm a massive pervert. I mean, maybe I am a little bit, but it's basically because it's something very different. Like, you go and see a lot of these houses and you see books, you see videos, you see like the same things over and over again. Sometimes it's a bit fun, it's a bit naughty to find adult toys and things like that of that nature. It's just a bit different. It's, you know, it makes things exciting and fun. But this particular place we went to was the penultimate. There was like toys everywhere, and I remember Warren waving them around and messing with Neil, and Neil thinking it was a coat hanger. And there was also a bit where Neil went into the basement and I pretended he had a spider on him. And we also, when we got back into the car, which wasn't on film at all, because two of the guys decided they weren't going to film the place and they left. So we went back to the car and told them that we were missing a massive sex dungeon in the basement of the place, which wasn't true. It was completely empty, but it wound them up to no end because they were like, oh, we should have filmed that. But yeah, it was just an overall fun explore, and us taking the mickey out of each other it was perfect and on point.
Oh shit, I didn't even know what that was! I thought it was a coat hanger! Alright, anyway, guys.
And I said to him, it's a boomerang, and I went like...
So literally, I got boomeranged by a double-ended dildo by the look of it. Oh! That actually looks like you're putting it in your mouth, you sick bastard.
Are you doing dildo cam?
Dildo cam is live.
Oh my god.
Do a panoramic of this bed from dildo cam. I'm gonna get big black.
There are there's so many sex toys and a random knife which doesn't in any way look threatening at all in this weird house that's creeping us all out. I don't know what I'm going to do about like age restriction. It's going to have to be age restricted, isn't it? It's going to have to be.
Gotta be, innit?
Yeah. There's no way around it. So did you find a sex dungeon?
No, nothing.
No. Oh.
All I found was a spider.
A spider.
It's now on me because it's just made a new web.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, wherever it is.
Probably
is there a
ask.
spider on me anywhere? That you can see?
Not that I can see. Oh, just step.
Fuck off, you cunt. You actually scared the living shit out of me. Scare cam, you got me. Well done.
Oh, it was perfect.
Oh, God.
This place we went to, there wasn't loads left. I mean, there was a boxing ring, and that was the main thing we wanted to be there for. The place itself was pretty trashed, pretty open. You could tell a lot of people have been in and out of it, probably people staying, evidence of drug use, etc. So it wasn't the nicest place to explore. However, this boxing ring was worth seeing. And while we were there, we couldn't miss this opportunity to actually have a bit of a fake bout while we're in the boxing ring. So Oscar and Jack decided they were going to get in the ring and give it a go with, let's just say, hilarious consequences. So we can't come to a boxing club and not have a boxing match, so Oscar's going to have a go, and Jack as well. Don't forget your headgear, guys, come on, headgear.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event.
I'm so glad I caught that on the camera. Oh my god, Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
You alright, son? Did you?
This is golden. Round one.
We just need some ring girls now.
So number 6 is the only, currently to date, the only explorer I have done overseas. The only one, and that has got to change. It's really got to change. Obviously, I'd love to be able to go like overseas and explore Germany and Austria, Belgium, loads of different places. But unfortunately, it's just the cost. I can't afford it. And I do have Patreon if you guys want to, donate. It's linked in the description. Go ahead. But yeah, I'd absolutely like to go abroad and do more stuff like this in the future. But this was just like a spur of the moment type thing. We'd been talking the night before about going overseas, and specifically going to France, and basically we decided that we were going to go exploring the next day anyway. Why don't we just jump on the ferry and just see what happens? We didn't have like hardly any locations. We just wanted to go and have a bit of a lad's kind of day out at the same time as trying to explore places as well. And it was just fun all round. It was relaxed, probably one of the most fun explores I've been on, because of the fact that we weren't really expecting to do anything amazing. We just kind of went because we wanted to, and it was an absolute blast. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that isn't in the video that you guys don't see. I mean, we went to a restaurant at some point, and none of us spoke like hardly any French at all. So we were basically using sign language to get what we wanted from the menu. It was hilarious. They must have thought we were absolute idiots going to France and not even trying. Well, we did try, we just didn't know very much French at all. So they must have thought we were absolute idiots. coming along and just like winging it basically. But yeah, it was a fun day. Really enjoyed it, and I would absolutely do something like this again. So if I come outside, you guys can see this is the outside of the building. Look at this. It is totally and utterly covered in glass. Apparently they had an artist come out and was commissioned to make it look less of an eyesore than it was. But again, they've coated it in this mirror stuff, which looks really strange. And there are some very like sharp bits as well. I can imagine like this being a public, because it is a public beach, you can walk down this. But there's like so many sharp bits. I don't want to touch too many because I don't want to actually cut my hand. But there's so many little pointy bits that I just imagine would be so dangerous to touch or fall against or something. So this is actually the very first Explore I organised to go on with Neil. Obviously I met Neil at an Explore, but this is the first time we kind of messaged each other and organised to go and meet up somewhere. And we went to the Isle of Wight, to an abandoned holiday park. And at this holiday park, first of all, getting in was hilarious because Neil fell over the fence. And to this day, that's still one of my favourite clips, him falling over the fence. And then we got inside, but pretty much as soon as we got inside, we almost bumped straight into a fire engine. And we were like, whoa, because we walked up this one like aisle and there was literally a fire engine about 10 feet ahead of us. So we're like, well, there's definitely going to be firemen or somebody on site. There wouldn't just be a random fire engine sat here. And sure enough, there were. So we ended up kind of playing a bit of a game of hide and seek with these firemen. They were doing some kind of training on site and they didn't know we were there, but we knew they were there and we were trying to sort of still explore the place but avoid them. And at one point we ended up putting the drone up in the air. No one knew had his drone at the time. Basically played this game of cat and mouse, avoiding them, trying to go around one way if they went around the other way. It was just hilarious, and looking back at it, it's so much fun. Again, one of my fondest memories is just this time we used a drone to avoid the fire brigade. Simon, Sam and his friends are over there, but they're doing some training on there's like wood chalets. I'll stick a picture on screen so you guys can see what they would have looked like. So we can't go in there unless they leave. But we're on the other side of the site right now. But there's a few things I want to find before we actually go. The girls have disappeared somewhere. I don't actually know where they've gone, but we'll find them on the drone. They might be dead. So if they are, leave a like for their families below. I'm joking. Got the drone in the air and the fire engine looked like it was coming towards us, so we just had to move, but we think it's leaving now, which means if it's leaving we should be able to go that side. We're there. The fire engine's there coming down. It's still coming down. It is coming down this way, isn't it? So number 4 is one that is definitely very memorable for me. I mean, the place was cool anyway. It was a football ground, and every time we go to a football ground, we kind of want to have a bit of a game of footy. But 90% of the time, we don't have a football with us. I mean, it's the same with all these explorers. You can't plan ahead for them. You don't know what's going to happen. You might go, we'll go and check this one out today, but we might not get in, so therefore there's no point in bringing the football with us because it's extra to carry, etc. And this was one of those times. We was on a road trip, and we had this football stadium in mind, and we wanted to go there. So while we were there, we wanted to have a game of football, but we didn't have a football. So I remember at some point, I think, pretending to play football, and I was thinking I'll edit that later. I don't know if I ever did or not, but just messing around on there, that was fun. But also when we went to leave, Finders Beepers, who are actually in the area, they kind of live in the local area, they had found out we were there and decided to pull the prank of the century. Bear in mind, at this point we had never met Matt or Andy, and this was our first encounter with them. Absolutely hilarious.
What's going on? What the? Hang on a sec. Hey! What's up? Wait, we got a streaker! Boy, grab the light! Grab the light! I should chase him. Grab the light! Guys! Guys! Check this out! We have an actual streaker on the pitch! Guys, why? Right, so explorers, we're going to introduce the mystery streaker. Come on, introduce yourself.
Hi there, I'm Matt from Finders Beepers. Is your seekers?
Finders Beepers, honestly the funniest exploring channel that you're going to come across. Check them out, link in the description, seriously.
That was hilarious.
I wouldn't if I were your shit.
So number 3, we're getting down to it now. The next few are going to be the 3 sites we've definitely had the most fun at ever. Starting with an overnight rave. Now I say overnight rave, it wasn't really an entire rave. It wasn't like there was thousands of people there dancing to music. But basically there was this office block that was actually a backup. We were going to go and stay at an abandoned mansion and we couldn't get back in because we'd been there previously and done a video on it, but then we couldn't get back in again. They'd sealed it up. So we were going to go and do an overnight stay at that place. But instead we ended up going here and doing an overnight stay. And it wasn't the best site. It was okay. It was a bit creepy. It was massive, absolutely massive. I could not understate how big this place was. So we ended up walking around, but at some point Warren had this like Bluetooth speaker thing and we had music blaring again. Big old site in the middle of nowhere. We could literally pump up the music as loud as we wanted. We had a table, well, a makeshift table out of like tiles and stuff, and I think an old door and stuff. We'd made a table covered with food and drink and stuff like that. We just had fun. Genuinely, like, it was just a real chill, fun evening. And I'd love to do more overnight stuff. I have to admit, I do like overnight stays. They're not the most comfortable in the world. I understand why some people don't like doing it because they're not the nicest places, but it's something a bit different in my mind, and I really enjoyed this one, and I'd love to do more in the future. So, number 2. This one's quite a recent one, and you guys, I guarantee you will definitely have seen this. If you haven't, I'll be surprised. And that is the abandoned ski slope. I mean, ski slopes, it just sounds fun, doesn't it? Come on, let's be honest, it just sounds fun. You can't really get more fun than a ski slope or something like that. And we went there with the intention of exploring the place, but if we had the opportunity to go down the slope, which we didn't, again, we didn't bring anything with us. We didn't bring like sleds ourselves. We were just like, if there's something there we can go down on, we're gonna do it. And as luck would have it this time, unlike the football stadium, this time we actually found some abandoned sleds and decided absolutely, when you get this opportunity, you're going down it. And that's exactly what we did. And my God, that was fun. I just found these in a bush a second ago. And I mean, we weren't gonna go down it, but when you find a slope and you find some sleds, you can't not really, can you? The only thing I'm slightly concerned about is these are quite oily for some reason.
Yeah, I think they've probably sprayed them with fairy liquid or something just to make them slide better.
Possibly, yeah. But so we might get very sticky and oily bums in a minute. But still, it's worth the fun. Oh my God! Oh Jesus Christ! Whoa! Whoa! Watch out! Watch out! I'm going. Oh! Yes! 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 Oh! 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 Oh my God! Oh, we're picking up some speed now. Uh-oh. I think I've worn a hole in mine. I think that's the last time that's getting used. I wore a proper hole in mine. Guys, that was well worth it. Just to come and do that, that was worth it. Oh my God. Woo. finally we reach number 1. But before I actually tell you what number 1 is, here is an honourable mention. Now, this is a place that I really wanted to include in the list, and I thought there's a few other places that slightly best it, but it was definitely one that I think is hilarious because of the fact that I kept hiding and scaring people. So this was an abandoned house, and I don't know what, sometimes I get into the mood where I just like to hide. I mean, you've seen it with me and Colin. Me and Colin do it a lot. He'll hide from me, I'll hide from him. We scare the absolute crap out of each other. But for some reason this day, I was really in the mood to hide, like all the time. And I think it was about 3 times I snuck up on Neil and Oscar and made them jump every time. It was just hilarious. So take a look. Let's freak Neil out.
Nathan.
What are you doing? Get out of my fucking house!
That scared the living crap out of me. You opened that door and
I know.
I
literally said as I was going through the door, let's freak Neil out, because I could see your light. I saw your light and I was like, I actually said on camera, let's go freak Neil out.
1-0 to Nathan.
I'm hiding again.
You fucking little shite. My heart, you might not have seen that in my face, but my heart, Nathan. I hope all your subscribers like that. Best press that subscribe button.
Nathan, you're on one today. Just over there. Which we are going to check out once we finish with this place. So this may be one big explore, so explores in that. I don't think the paper number first. That leads to a tiny little toilet. Nathan, stop just turning up in random places! What is wrong with you today? Near enough every explore I've done with you, you just scared the living hell out of me. Oh my god.
That was brilliant. Right, on to number 1. Again, I'm going to be surprised if you guys haven't seen this already, seeing as this is currently my most viewed video on the channel with over 152,000 views. This is the abandoned theme park. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. Obviously a theme park, again, a bit like the downhill slope. It's fun. It's the kind of thing you're supposed to go and have fun at. So that's exactly what we did. I remember going around on this like little kids merry-go-round thing, going round and round. And I remember playing on the train and doing some thrusting movement on the train tracks. That's in Neil's video somewhere. But of course, the highlight of that day has to absolutely be the slide that we spent about half an hour to an hour going down, up and down, up and down. And of course, we've got Neil's classic moment where he went all the way down really, really fast, holding his gimbal at the time as well, and gave us some really cool, super smooth footage of him going down this slope. Like, he still uses it in his intro today because it's just a fantastic bit of footage. But yeah, it was great fun. Obviously, we were there with Steve Ronan as well, which was fantastic, and some others we won't mention. I'm joking. Exploring with Fighters and Dan and things like that. Again, this day, despite the fact that I've talked about how that entire road trip was a bit of a fail in terms of the fact that we didn't really have that much fun because of Fighters, that day was one of those ones where we were all tired, no one was in the mood to grouch at each other. We wanted a fun, chill day, and even Dan himself chilled out and enjoyed this. It was just fun. That's all I can say. And then I ended up getting stuck in a tree. Okay guys, so I switched to the G7X for a minute. We're going to go down the slide. Yeah. Oh. Where are we getting?
Hey, you cheat.
Hey.
He's cheating.
Look, I ain't
He's
moving
getting
anywhere.
beaten.
Yo, you guys are cheating. You guys have to wait on me. So I got you even
On
it
your
out.
marks. Get set. Go!
Oh shit! Oh my god!
Oh my god, he was...
Neil went the whole way, we got stuck.
Yeah, man.
Oh damn, I chose the wrong lane here, didn't I?
The technique is...
Ah no! I got a wet ass. Damn it. Right guys, that is it. I hope you have enjoyed. Those are the 10 or 11 with the honourable mention most fun explorers I have ever been on. I assume this list will change over time because obviously as time goes on we go to more explorers, we will have more and more fun. I'm not stopping anytime soon and I hope you guys aren't going to stop watching anytime soon. So fingers crossed I'll be back out and exploring very soon with some new videos that you guys can watch. But for now I am done and I'll see you guys next time. See ya!
Wrapping a rag around my face, I pull my hoodie on. This ain't no time for rookies, young. Got my octo camera on. So the wing can't be worried about no 5 or special ops. I keep my composure steady, thunder the follow go, cause I'm off the top. Give a weird examinations, ain't made it's pure speculation. But I think investigating this strange hotel floorboard, did it in the basement, broke a top off, decorating my location. Squatters moving, we like Google incognito.